I was talking to Sean Dick. Somebody made a. Oh, I was listening to Brilliant Idiots, right, with Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz, and
So
they were talking about Drake and LeBron James' friendship. And I was wondering, and it got. I had this moment. I don't know if you ever had this moment of like, damn, am I that nigga? And I was thinking about like he was saying like, yo, like LeBron going to the pop out was kind of fucked up, and all this stuff, and like he, he's kind of one of those dudes that chases clout. And I'm like, I'm not. I thought about like stuff because as I've grown, my friend circle has shrunken like a lot. You start eliminating people that you really don't fuck with, and then you come across people that you fuck with, and like you just drop them because they're not really somebody you want to deal with.
you man muted, bro.
Oh, there we go. So what I'm trying to get at, it was weird because I was like, damn, am I want to? And also they were talking about like how people, when you have your friend circle, like your real homies, are you open about like if we're having this discussion, like I could, if I say something negative about like Sean or something like that in this forum or to another friend or something, is that considered like talking behind their back, even though you say the same shit to their face and you said it around other people, their foibles, their flaws, whatever. Not talking about like just dropping dirt on them, like
I
cheating
feel
on a
like
spouse or like if you just say stuff like being critical of, right?
I feel like if the person has heard you say, like, let's say we talk about Jordan the GOAT, no LeBron the GOAT, and I say, man, if you believe that, you must be on the spectrum. And then
Yeah, I say
one
that
of my
shit.
friends or somebody walk in and be like, man, you good? Who was you just talking to? I was like, man, my boy H be tripping about that LeBron Jordan shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't consider that, but especially if I like start the conversation, like, man, I don't really say this to H, but wrong. You already doing it wrong, bro. Now, some
Yeah.
people got their confidence like your wife. If you went to your wife and said, man, I like Kari, but see, one, I'm never gonna be privy to that information because should be no reason that leaves the sanctity of your marriage. But even if I heard about it, I'd be like, well, bro, some things you do tell to your wife, some of
No,
your
but so,
most deep feelings.
so with the friends, I do tell my wife, but my friends also know that I tell my wife that shit,
Yeah.
and I say it if it's just like me, my wife, and my friend. That's open discussion, like we say, like that. But
Hmm.
like even in this circle, like I know, like if you don't like something about me or whatever, I don't care. Number one, number two, it's just like I just had this like whole thought process, like I could maybe this is why certain people don't fuck with me. I was just thinking about like friends that dropped me at some point in my life because I think about this shit a lot. Like not to say I want to be a man of the people, but I also feel like there's a reason why people, exit from your life and you don't know about it. There has to be something. Like I had a friend, I literally slept on this guy's couch for a month. His family knew me, all this stuff. And then one day he just stopped talking to me. He was supposed to be one of the groomsmen at my damn wedding.
Oh
And
shit.
I invited him, radio silence. And I haven't talked to him, this motherfucker, in 10 years.
Wow.
Damn.
I don't even get it. I didn't understand why. And one time he still follows me on social media, all this stuff. He talks to all of our friends, like still. And it's so weird. I was like, why the fuck doesn't he like me? And it could be because of, he's a very religious person. He's like is he Catholic or Christian, some shit like that. And and he knows my views on that type of stuff. But also, I'm a spiritual person. At the end of the day, I believe in God and all that. But like, maybe it's that, or maybe it's just like we grew apart. It just went different directions. But I'm like, I want to know. Like, I'm just curious like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah, but also with like, does that stuff come back around? And then I have people like the guy that used to work for me. Now I'm open about talking about this because like motherfuckers, one of my best friends was in my wedding, all this shit. I gave him a chance to do some work with us. He fucked up, and I didn't like him, and I let him go. The motherfucker stopped talking to me, and I'm like,
That's
what did I do?
business.
Gave you money?
Yeah,
I
that's
gave you
business,
money.
bro.
Some niggas don't know how to separate the business and the personal. That'd be an
And
issue with a lot of
That's
things.
weird. That's
That's
weird to
that's a lot
me.
of people though.
yeah, my grandfather taught me at the end of the day, you can have a ton of bread, a ton of friends, material possessions. When your health fails, people die, the economy changes. The only thing you got before you leave this earth is your character, like who you are, your
Mm-hmm.
word, the things that people gonna say about you as they lower you into your final resting place. And
Mm-hmm.
like, look, one of my coworkers, love her. She a friend, not even a coworker. She sis. And we had a conversation. She said, a lot of the times I work by myself. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I do too. She was like, I love the people we work with. But sometimes you gotta have that moment of isolation. But I respected her because she will tell that person, hey, I ain't fucking with you right now. And it
Yeah.
might not even be you, it might be me. And that's a courtesy. I feel like as you mature into your own person, as you learn to love and respect yourself as well as others. If I quit this podcast, the only way y'all would not know why I quit is because I died abruptly.
Mm.
Like I told one of my friends, I said, bro, if I get married, all them ain't coming to my wedding. They super invited. Mike could be in it. You know what I'm saying? If anything were to change, that is a conversation we would have. Like, I think it's like you say, it's weird to, and I respect you if you cut me off and I did something that offended you. But I find the weirdness comes in when, damn, bro, I wasn't worthy of a reason why. I don't care if we're not friends anymore. I care to the extent of, what did I do? Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe it wasn't, and I could better myself as a person going forward. Maybe you the asshole, for real, and I just need some
Could be,
clarification.
yeah.
Yeah, bro, like,
You can't like, yeah. I'm not passive. So like, just to give you like insight, like Sean's a very passive person. He's very forgiving. Like I could tell you stories about like how friends taking advantage of him or whatever. And people take advantage of me. I have people that, like, because I run a business, I make money and all this other shit. I know how to separate the two, and I understand when people are taking advantage of me. So I stop, I stop and like, fucking with them, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, you could be either too nice or too mean. Oh, one time, I'm telling you, this is funny. We're at the I ain't seen this dude in like 3-4 years. And I make this chicken, this because I'm half Filipino. I make this thing called adobo chicken. You probably all heard
oh
about adobo.
yeah, my ex
Oh
was
boy,
Filipino.
no, yeah. So I
Adobo
make it
chicken is
good
fire.
though,
Adobo
man. I
rice
make it,
too.
yeah. I do
Woo.
that whole thing. This nigga calls me. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna swing." He just moved back to Virginia, and I'm living in Maryland, whatever. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna come down. You make that adobo chicken, man." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna hang out and shit." So he comes by. He's like, "Yo, where's the chicken?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm still cooking." I'm like,
Cause
"Oh,
it
I thought
got
we were."
marinate. Yeah, it
You
takes
know
some
that matter,
time.
whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I thought we was chilling. I ain't seen you, man. Let's chill out, watch some
Oh, he was
TV,
trying to pick
catch
up
up.
and dip.
He brought Tupperware. He brought
Oh,
Tupperware.
Oh, that's
He
crazy.
wanted yo, dog, once an hour later, made the food. Homie packed up the Tupperware and bounced. And I'm like, why do I keep letting that shit happen? Now, mind you, he's a refined person. He has a family now, doing all this stuff. Me bringing that stuff up, and I know people have the capacity for change, but also, I feel like if you're gonna sit there and deny that these certain things happen,
you know it's wrong, and you ain't over it
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. And I'm like, that's fine. I could have I could have stole your watch in college, do whatever. If you're willing to forgive me for that and bring me back into your life, that's fine. But I said these things, right? Thinking like, okay, it's funny now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not holding it against you. Yeah, I'll still make sure my wallet's still in my pocket if you're around or whatever. That's just me. I'm just trying to keep myself safe.
Right.
But like, if you're refined, you got to listen. The dude works at Harvard. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? He's fucking on another world. In another world. He's like really a brilliant guy too. I think he's one of the smarter people I know. But at the end of the day, like, these things that you did, and if you can't, as a person you said was a good friend of yours, like, I took care of this thing in college. He took, we were like a crew. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we had a lot of stuff that we did together and have a lot of history. I'll never let that go because of some petty shit that you did. That, not to say I'm over it, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to talk about it. And it still pisses me off that you did that at some point. But also, I could get over it and like mend the friendship and do stuff like this with him. But then he took it a certain way. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Nah,
Maybe I'm
the
being petty.
ability to
Now, I don't know.
forgive but not forget. Like, for example,
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but certain couples reconcile after infidelity.
Like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not going to think every time you do something that I'm not privy to, you cheating. But like, don't expect it to be okay for you to ever come in the house at 3:30 a.m. again without no explanation. I might hit you with a, hey, bro, where was you at?
Yeah.
And the other side of that, you kind of have to eat that. Like, if you've done something in the past, it's fucked up, shady, and people know it's wrong, you gotta own that. And whether you're trying to change or not, you can't expect other people. I had this conversation with my homie.
Yeah.
Like, he was going through a lot of shit. He got right. Like, and then a lot of opportunities that he thought that he got previously, he thought he'd be privy to once he changed his life. It's like, bro, people aren't obligated to give you the same opportunities they gave you when you bullshit. bro. Like you have to take advantage of that and do right in the beginning. And you can't be mad at them if you changed and you became this person that's all new and shit that they're like, nah, I'm not rocking with that. You didn't do that. You didn't make that change for them solely. You made it for yourself. And some people forget.
Yeah, and yeah, people deserve opportunities, but if that same person, your good friend, hurt you so many times, I'm still gonna be on my tippy toes. And the same, like that infidelity shit. My wife cheated on me. If I cheat on my wife, that's pretty much a wrap for us. Because I can't. There's no bouncing. I don't want no other dick in my wife or whatever. I don't want to hear about that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, yeah, your past. Man, we talked about that. Like, your past is your past. That's fine. I don't even want to hear about that. Same with her. She don't want to hear about that.
But you consciously made that decision while we
consciously made that. So you're not happy with our relationship, and you went and did this. You could have just told
bounced.
me, and we could have. Yeah, you could have bounced. Yeah, we could have got divorced. We could have done whatever.
It's like jobs. Certain jobs, you get you young and experienced. You might have some attendance issues. You might shit the bed and forgot to do a certain closing procedure at night, and the morning crew had to deal with it. You might get let go. And then, hey, brother, the government, 5 years, you can give it another shot. But certain things, if you stole from the safe, if you physically assaulted somebody, you non-rehireable, bro. Hey, look. As a manager, I'm done with you, but as a friend, I wish you the best. I'll even write you a letter of rec. You just can't work here no more. And that's the same thing. Like, if you got fired and it wasn't egregious, so you got rehired later, it'll be one of the moments like, hey, man, I need you to handle, let's say you work retail. I need you to handle the men's department. You got it? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Anybody else who didn't have your history, I'll walk away. But with you, I got to be like, you sure you got it? Now, look, I hate to hold that over you, but when you worked here before, you was not a good
sexual you hiring manager. This motherfucker back? I wouldn't even. I wouldn't hire this motherfucker back.
But that's the thing. Like, if that's your man's, or if that was a good work and that was their only issue, hey, look, corporate told me I gotta let you go. But other people, it's like, hey, can I get my job back?
Yeah,
brother. You committed grand larceny when you worked here. You stole from the safe. Hell no, you can't ever come back.
It's such a fine line with all that, especially if they're your friends or family, yo. Because there's so many times you could give people chances, or first or second chances. Like, I'm always hesitant, to bring new people on and do stuff now, because I've been burned so many times by people, like either overpaying them for too much, like too little work, and like being uneasy about their efforts and all that stuff, and trying to see, give them a chance. But like now, as I get older, I'm just like, whatever. Like, if it's not working out, then fuck it. You gotta go. You know,
you gotta protect your peace as well. Like, eventually, if you pour into everybody else's cup and there's nothing in yours, you're gonna die of dehydration, bro.
Exactly.
Like, and what this dude, shout out him for all he doing in life correctly now. But bro, you doing stuff like that and you getting mad at this being brought up. Now I understand
but that's me doing that. I don't have to talk about it, and that might be a problem. Like that, I think. I don't know, like, Trey, what do you think about that? Like, me bringing that up?
You don't have to talk about it, but that's how I roll. I fuck with that. Like, yeah, like
you'd say, yeah.
If I'm bringing it up every time we hang out, or like, let's say you're on a podcast.
Oh no, I don't do that.
Let's say we doing an episode, and you go, hold up, man, this motherfucker right here. Let me tell you about what he did once. But if I make a little reference to it, especially if you ask me, bro, why we fall off? Because you stole that moment that time, fool. And then it's like, I'll have chuckle. Friday after next. The third one?
Yeah.
And they got that moment when Clifton Powell, his character Pinky, come to the function. And they laughing and catching up. And they laughing. And Day goes, Pinky, why you let me go, man? And he goes, yo, kept being late. And then they just laughed about it, and it was over after. They're like, bro, that's one of them joints. Like, bro, why you fire me, Pinky? Your ass was always late. Bro, like, can you imagine, Day going, man, bitch, you always bringing up old shit. Like, yo,
I mean, it's not like stealing the birthday Grey Goose bottle.
But y'all got families. You have several successful avenues to generate revenue. And he a Harvard employee. Hey, bro, that's a drop in a pond at this age, bro. Back in the day, I was using a credit card to buy a $70 bottle. Now it's like, but man, fuck that. But like, man,
it's still like is one of those things. I laugh about it, but at the same time, it still hurts because why? Because
at the time, and
would you do that to somebody else? I always think about that with some people, like when they carry individuals, right? And it. I don't get this as much as I used to. I used to be very insecure about it. But like, I had a friend like that where he was hanging out. Like, we're best friends. Like, we hang out all the time. But he gets around certain people and he's different, right? Or he has different friend circles where he acts different. And then, like, literally, like, oh, he don't even know me when he's around these people, type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's interesting. But we don't. Again, I never took it personally because I never hung out with those people. You know, so that to me, it was weird, but it made me feel a little like, oh, I'm not good enough to be around. And then, like, you know, we eventually faded away as friends, and that's one of these people I've known for a while. Recently, within the last year, kind of cut them off because I realized that friendship was not like one I wanted to keep. And it's not like it was toxic or anything, but this individual was. See, again, I'm not even gonna say their name because I respect them, but that person. They, you know, like, we had really good times. We did, you know, this is my road dog. Yeah, Sean knows him too. We used to run DC all the time. There was three of us. We used to call ourselves the Three Musketeers. But like, we, you know, Sean, you know, him and Sean never really got along because this guy, like, he's one of those people, talks behind the back, says weird shit, does weird shit, and is always kind of funny style. Little, you know, like, just always did some shit. But, you know, like, him and I were like brothers, know the whole family, everything. And it's weird because, you know, the direction that he took, he moved out to LA and he's still living like he's a fucking, like, a college student, which I always thought was weird because we're on our 40s now, right? Why are you still at the club buying bottles with a bunch of dudes? Like, what the fuck does that? What is that? Like, you know, I mean, look, Drake is almost 40 years old. He's doing that. But like, that's Drake
lifestyle.
Though. That's a different lifestyle. Exactly.
He
like, if
kind
I
of
was
got to
single,
do that.
Yeah,
you got
to keep up the image. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, but like, still, the return on investment on that type of, like, when we were in our late 20s and 30s, we dog. Yeah, I wish I knew you back then, because when we used to roll out, we was hanging out with young millionaires, all these tech dudes that I knew. Dog, it was 30, 40 bottles, like, you know, certain nights, and I exaggerate. It was like a birthday. We did that once. Well, they did that. I couldn't afford shit, but like, when I could afford my own bottles, you know, I spent like a little G here or there, and throw, you know, Sean used to spend racks on bottles when we were out. But like, we would get bottles and all this type of shit and like have fun. But it got old, right? And then as you get older, it gets old. Especially if you're not single anymore. Because when I have my wife and stuff like that, that's a standard now. Like, if we're gonna go to a club,
much stuff you can't do when you in the relationship.
Exactly. I'd rather go. Yeah. If I'm gonna buy bottles, it's gonna be because there's a gang of us out and it's with a friend. Last time I did bottle service was 2022, I think, when I had the whole company down here, when we went to Juan. You know Juan Pierce, right, Trez? You know Juan? Yeah, we went to his club that night and we bought like 3-4 bottles and stuff. That was the last time I did bottle service. But I'm saying, like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but no, he still lives like that. Homie still lives like that, and it's weird, yo. And I'm like, you're out in LA doing the same shit. I know you're pretty set financially, but like, you ever think about starting a family now? You ever think about settling down with a girl? All this type of shit, you know? And it's like, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. So we're just on different, you know, you figure that's where it kind of just didn't make sense. And still, like, with the stuff that we talk about, right? I'm like, it's not fun to talk that shit anymore to me.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, all the little jokes about whatever, and you know, he always, like, had this thing where he talked about other people all the time and making fun of people. I'm like, yeah, you know, it's whatever. And I'm like, I don't care anymore about that shit. It just doesn't, you know, affect me as much. And then, you know, it is what it is. But I don't know. I had this whole, like, after I heard that thing about LeBron and Drake, like, thinking like, damn, am I the fucking guy that's gonna go to the pop out after you just, you know, I don't want to be that guy. And I'm thinking about it, because that's kind of, as much as I love LeBron, he did Drake dirty, in my opinion. So
yeah, because I'm not about to lie, like, it's not like LeBron was openly out there like DeMar DeRozan in the video or nothing.
Oh yeah. No.
And anytime a major celebrity do have a little joint out there in LA, like that viral moment when it was him, Travis, and Drake on stage. Like, him being a LA socialite because of that's the way that city is, especially when you're a celebrity. But I'm not gonna lie, beef aside, whether you like Kendrick or Drake, if you knew there was somebody out here not only saying stuff about you, but saying stuff about you on the national stage and they getting accolades for it, and you pull up to their joint, I'm be like, all right, bruh.
Especially if I got you tattooed on me.
Yeah, man. And I'm not saying LeBron gotta be morally obligated to one side or the other. And this is not about who you like more. Take the two people out of it. If it was you and somebody went to a birthday party and they in the birthday party going, H is an ass eater, H is an ass eater, you'd be like, and they in the video like, not necessarily singing it, but hey, this a bop. I'm like, if I'm you, bro, I'm like, bro, what the fuck was
That's
that?
wild. Yo, I would not.
Yo,
I'd
that's
be-
Yeah, you
wild,
catch
bro.
like Sean in the corner jamming or some shit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if I like I missed the episode and y'all got a guest on, and he be like, man, that bitch ass nigga Kari, and y'all just I'm be like, the fuck is this? Like, yo, I'm automatically like unfollowing it. Like, yeah, bro, that's a natural response, bro. This ain't no